Good morning and welcome to the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I bet you I just woke you all up, didn't I? Sorry about that. I got excited, got all refreshed, working out, getting the new year in, getting all pumped up, ready to go. And today I want to talk about those giant corporate surveys. Sometimes there's like an agility surveys and things like that we all teams cringe upon and stuff like that. And how do you leverage that for your organization, right? How do you take advantage of that? And I'm going to talk about it, take advantage of it a little bit. Just got my notes and making sure I hit the topics that I wanted to talk about. Hi, Bubbles. What are you doing? You're all fusty. Her tail's whipping me in the back of the head or back of the whatever. She sees her sister. Anyway, I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach, and we talk about here in the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show, Agile and Scrum in practical ways that you can bring value to your customer, not work crazy hours to bring that value, and to have a little fun along the way. And I might be doing something different. I got to throw this out there in the real world, do some more interviews, either on, I think on Thursday nights, posting them up so people can watch them during lunchtime or whatever, during Fridays or whenever they have some more free time in the work. But definitely Thursdays. I don't know if they're going to be live or not, but we will definitely post them. I'm going to mix some things. I'm going to be in a book soon called The Change for Self-Improvement. So I'm a co-author, and I'm going to reach out to some of those co-authors, to maybe join us on the show and do a little recording, talk about change, how they change life in their personal lives and for others. And also, we're still inviting all the Scrum Masters, product owners, Agile coaches, anybody who thinks they want to work on their career, to reach out to me and feel free to let's join on the show. I'll do an interview. You can do a meetup if you like, and do a presentation if you want to practice for one of those big events. Either way, that's kind of what we'll be doing in the new year, and I'm going to add that to the list of shows, besides just me talking for 15 minutes every morning about Scrum and Agile, but maybe do some more career-based, more interviews with people, get some more point of views in here, different topics that may help you bring that capability into your team. So that's what we're going to do in the new year. I thought I'd send that out there just early. So if you're interested, send me a note. And with that, let's talk about those big corporate surveys. I've been in the big companies, big banks, financial organizations, and other ones where they would do surveys every year. How is your agility? How are you doing? How are you as a team? How are you feeling? And everything like that. And biggest problem with those surveys for the teams is that nobody does anything with them. They do the surveys, go through the thing, and then they kind of catch up at the end of the quarter or whatever, or the 6 months or whenever the next survey comes along, and they try to catch up with stuff. And I want to say, why are you doing that? Why don't you take advantage of this? Here's my thought, right? Here's why I try to coach my teams. Look, the corporation wants you to take these surveys. The corporation wants you to participate. The corporation wants you to improve your processes. So why not say, well, we need to leave space in our sprint, our planning. I'm talking about reviews and planning and requirements to improve our process based on what we do in these big surveys. Put an issue in your backlog, put it in there, track it, sign it, work on it, break it down in the quarter, put a little bit of it every sprint to get that improvement that you're working on based on those surveys. People are like, oh, we can't do that. The corporation is telling you to do it. If anybody objects, like a higher level manager person, well, say, well, are you against what the corporation told us to take the survey? Well, no, not against it. You know, that's the response you'll get. So this gives you an avenue from a review, a retro, a requirements perspective. That's why I'm doing on our 3R Thursday, because it hits all three things. Take those surveys, take advantage of them. And I really feel bad because there's not enough Scrum Masters, not enough teams. I'm not going to blame it all on Scrum Masters, though I would put a lot of blame on the Scrum Masters, aren't taking advantage of these surveys, aren't taking advantage of what the corporation gives you, just like people aren't taking advantage of their vacation time. I'm like, always tell, take the vacation time, because you never know when corporate's going to change or they're going to have a shift and you lose out on your vacation time. It's a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer as well, but there's so many people, so many teams, so many Scrum Masters do not take advantage of this no-brainer. If the company and you do these surveys and says, hey, I want to improve in our velocity. Hey, I want to improve in automated tests. Hey, I want to improve in how we write requirements. Make some active issues, put it in your backlog or stories and work on like stories. Put an epic in there. Put an epic says corporate survey quarter number 1, 2024, right? That's your epic or whatever you want to do. And then you can put it next to it says velocity, automated tests, requirements, and put a little verbiage along with it. And when you can track this as an organization too. I can talk about this. Maybe I'll do this on the metrics thing, how I used the wording to do a good tracking mechanism to see how well we are actually implementing these survey results and working on the surveys, just to try to get there in their thing. And there's elaborate systems. You don't need all this elaborate. We'll talk about, you know what? I'll bring it up on Monday from a metric perspective. How do you track it? Very simple. But what I want to say, take advantage of what the corporation's given you. Do not lose the advantage, right? Like I said, you can go in, if you put your stories in there, how your process improvement, how you can improve your teams, and somebody says something like managers, well, that's not a real story, or it's not really part of, wait, are you telling us that we shouldn't be supporting the corporate initiative to do an agility assessment or do a survey, improve the process? They're going to be like, oh no, Craig, no, I'm not saying that. Right. So then you can say, hey, we're not really putting a lot. We're just putting a story or two in each sprint so that we can meet our goals to do this improvement that we said we would do during these corporate surveys. It's a no-brainer. And I wish more teams would do that and take advantage of it. And I always coached my teams when I had 40 some odd teams that I was coaching from a big organization to take advantage of that, put that in their backlog. And so many, and I guess this goes to product owners. Product owners, put it in the backlog. Make room for these improvement ideas in the backlog, because even the teams and product owners. So what product owners say, you don't want us to work on what their corporate initiative is? They're all going to say no too, because they want the promotion. Because if anybody hears you're not supportive of the corporate initiative to do these surveys to process improve, their careers squat, right? And they're not going to get a good rep because they're not with the corporate go to, or whatever you want to say. They're not get along, go along. So this is the opportunity for the teams to create requirements related to that, to retrospect on it, do reviews, how do we do, and do it every sprint, so that in a quarter you can actually accomplish these things that are in part of your surveys. So I just wanted to send that out there because it is that time of year. They all put in establishments the first quarter. Of course, they're going to do a survey. And if you're PI planning from a safe perspective, get those stories into the PI planning. If you're planning the quarter, that's a perfect thing to put in there. So with that, I want to wish you all the best. I hope you have a good day. Happy scrumming. Bubbles and I say, have a great day and have a little fun. And take advantage of this. Don't stress yourself out about this. Make it a part of what you do every day, and it won't be so stressful. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow on Fun Friday. And we'll see you.